Anyway, I just want to make a note here. I'm gonna just say like this is part 2 of my Slenderverse series. Whatever. Woo! What is up? Welcome to part 1 of my genuine rambling series about the Slenderverse, baby. Ugh. Today we will be talking about Everyman Hybrid. Ugh. I'm gonna preface this. A lot of the start, I'm gonna kind of breeze over. Give very brief explanations about what in the hell is going on with this channel. But yeah. Yeah. But as we get further in, I will be giving more explanations and my thoughts and feelings about Everyman Hybrid. Alright. Now let's just jump into it. Alright, now let's just I just want to say, uh, credits for the intro that I just put up goes to Jeffrey Koval, Evan Jennings, and Vincent Caffarello. I do believe is how you say it. And just the Everyman Hybrid channel in general. I did not make that intro. That is directly taken from the first video on the Everyman Hybrid channel. And I also want to preface that I know I said before that I'm gonna kind of breeze over some of the beginning videos and stuff like that. I'm not gonna. I am, but I'm not gonna breeze over them too hard. And if there is a video in the beginning that I very much enjoy, I will discuss it. I will discuss it a little more in depth. I also want to say that Everyman Hybrid is a very much a multimedia experience. It's not just the videos on the channel. There's tweets, there's all kinds of stuff. So my little rambling is not really a proper way to get Everyman Hybrid explained to you. It's more of like, I just want to talk about it, right? So I recommend watching the videos on the channel and also watching the Night Mind Explained series. Because Everyman Hybrid, it's my favorite of the Slenderverse series. It is my favorite. It is my favorite of these Slenderverse series, and it deserves your views. Everyman Hybrid deserves your views. And also, the way that I got into this series was by watching the Night Mind Explained series. So in my opinion, that series also deserves your views too. Shout out Everyman Hybrid. Shout out Night Mind. Just wanted to say that at the very start. And now, let's properly just jump into it. Okay. So the basic premise of Everyman Hybrid is it's three dudes who want to start a fitness channel. They upload 5 different videos, and in the background of these videos, you can see a big slendy guy, right? You can see a big slendy guy. Ooh, spooky, but they don't see it, right? These weird little moments keep happening in it. But it's too obvious for it to be a real, like, Slendy series, right? It has to be. It has to be. Because he's so apparently there, up front, that it's like, oh, he has to be there. But no, it was them playing a little sick prank on us, a little fun, little sick prank. And yeah. Then a video drops on the channel titled ... Morse code for, I think, S. It's something, I don't know. It's Morse code for something. It's like S or A or I don't know. I'm retarded. It's something, you know what I mean? Who cares? Fuck. My hair keeps. God damn. Alright, pause. I'm going to call any video with little dots on the title a Morse code video, right? Because that's what the fans have dubbed them. In the first Morse code video, we see footage that we aren't supposed to see. That's a very common trend that you're going to see going forward in Everyman Hybrid. There's going to be a lot of videos where it's footage that we're not supposed to see at all. And in this video, it is very much apparent that they had a Slenderman actor in the first 5 videos, but then that Slenderman actor, broke in to Evan's house and spooked him a little bit. And that also is the same topic in the next video, episode 6, healthy eating, where you think it's going to be a guide about healthy eating, but then it is just more footage that we probably weren't supposed to see. But in the healthy eating video, you get to see the footage that we weren't supposed to see, right? You get to see the footage of them freaking out as the Slenderman actor, and then you get this lit-ass shot. It's really amazing. It's a great shot of Slenderman down the hallway in Evan's upstairs, and, like, there's, like, a door shutting, and then, like, Slenderman, he, like, turns his head like this. It's really good. It's really good. And that leads directly into the next video, public service announcement, where they admit the Slenderman thing, but then they also talk about how they're thinking of going to the police because they don't know who broke into Evan's house, and whoever did it needs to just come forward. So yeah. And things seem to go chill for a bit, right? That leads into a day in the life where it's the Everyman Hybrid boys and a bunch of their friends kind of just chilling, right? They're chilling, they're vibing. They go on a hike to this place called Ballpate Mountain. And the thing about a day in a life, it is most likely the most important video on the channel in a lot of ways, because as things stray further from the fitness channel, things always still kind of return back to a day in a life in a way. Especially things like Ballpate Mountain. That's a very important location in this series. Ugh. So, yeah. But it really is just like a video of them and their friends hiking If I remember correctly, there's some like weird, kind of iffy footage, and at one point, Evan's kind of sitting and just like staring down at a tree, and just needs to be like called back to the group. So Evan's acting a little weird since the person broke into his house. After that, they do two-part special on sleeping and dreams, where Evan's gonna try and get as much sleep as he possibly can, while Vinny and Jeff try to stay up as long as they possibly can. And they're gonna see what that does. They're gonna see what that does to their, just how they're feeling in general. And they start hosting on this old streaming website called Ustream. Just so funny, man. Fucking Ustream. It's like before the days of Twitch, am I right? So Vinny and Jeff go live while Evan's asleep. And they're just like, they're just vibing on stream. And at one point in the stream, you see something crawling in the background. Crawling on all fours. Going into whoever's back room. And the chat alerts them to this, so Vinny goes and checks it out, comes back, says nothing's wrong. But there's a different story there. In Sleep Lab Part 1, Vinny and Jeff find a whole bunch of pictures from that day at Ballpate, but some of them are like burned up, and like just a bunch of other stuff, right? But they find it all hanging with purple duct tape. Iffy. While all of that is going on, Evan's dream log is going on, and he can't really sleep a lot. And anytime he describes a dream, it's some creepy ass shit, right? And he says that he's not able to sleep a lot because there's like noise and shit going on in the background. Iffy, right? Iffy. Now this is where we get introduced into our second part of the story. Multimedia experience. There's this girl that the community has dubbed Damsel. She has a blog called Can You See the Words? And sometimes on her blog she'll make little videos and stuff. But she's someone who's been affected by the tall man, right? So I'm gonna be real. I don't have a lot to say about the Can You See the Words blog, at least for now. So I just want to introduce that to you, that concept in the series, but I'm not going to go too in depth on that right now. Essentially, what I'll explain about the blog is that for now, people can see that because they found on the Can You See the Words blog in Sleep Lab Part 1, you could see the words. You can see the words, Can You See the Words? In the Sleep Lab Part 1, when Vinny and Jeff go into the back room, you could see the words, Can You See the Words? Scribbled on something hanging in the back of one of their back rooms, like basement type rooms. In the video. So that's what led people over to this blog. And it's some girl talking about her experience with arcs and floods. Kind of a Marble Hornets reference right there. And people started asking her, do you know these Everyman Hybrid boys? You know these hybrid men? And she's like, nah, but then she eventually checked them out. But that's the whole thing. The next video on the Everyman Hybrid channel is a new Morse code video, slash slash slash, right? So in this Morse code video, there's a lot of random scattered footage. That's the structure of most Morse code videos. A lot of random scattered footage. A lot of it coming from the trip to Baldpate Mountain with their friends. But it's a lot of footage that wasn't in that original video at all. So yeah, a lot of footage that was left out of A Day in a Life. But the big crux of that video takes place right after Sleep Lab. I think part 1, maybe part 2 also, when something broke into Jeff's back room, right? And Jeff wants to stop the videos, but Vinny wants to keep going with the videos because he feels like if they end the videos now, he's won, whoever he is, right? This person that they presume is a prankster. And at the end of this little section, Evan brings up a point where he says, where he doesn't say it, but he's implying that maybe this isn't a prank, and maybe this is real, right? Which is something to consider. Ugh. That leads into the next video, Slush Pops and Surprises. Slush Pops and Surprises is not really that big of a video. It's like 2 minutes long. It really is just like them kind of explaining. Well, not really explaining. It's just random footage of them talking about what they're gonna do next with the channel. Which after that, they do a Ustream. Can't really remember what goes on with this Ustream. I'm gonna be real. I think it's kind of I think there's a less important Ustream. I think it more of it's just like them just having like a little Q&A with the fans. And at one point they make a Marble Hornets reference. And then they make like a "Give me $20" joke, which is a joke in the Marble Hornets and like Slender community in general. Ugh. But that goes directly into the next video, self-defense, plus a message to all hybrids. This little self-defense training video, a little fun little thing. But it starts with some weird footage. So Vinny starts the video and he's like, "Hey, I'm here with Ev, wherever he is." Then that footage repeats like 3 times. And it goes wherever he is, right? Then it cuts to footage of Evan like sitting in a room alone with some kind of like light casting over him. He's just like sitting at a table alone. Just kind of reinforcing that idea more that there's weird shit going on with Evan. Yeah, it's, except for that weird part at the very start, it's not a lot goes on in that video. It really is just like teaching you self-defense methods. But after that, they hosted a another Ustream. They're just like talking to the fans and stuff. Evan's there with them, but also Jeff's girlfriend Jesselyn is there with them, and she was in the Day in a Life video. She was at the Baldpate trip, but she's much more apparent in here. At one point, Jeff says that he's gonna give her. Jesselyn walks away, and Jeff says that he's gonna gift her this little like necklace. There's some weird stuff that goes on in this Ustream. Like, Evan's pacing around at one point. Then at one point he walks by slowly and he has purple tape over his mouth. Really weird. But besides that, it's a shorter Ustream, so I pretty much just explained all the very eventful moments. Besides that, it's just a Q&A with the fans. Watch it if you want to. Don't watch it if you don't want to. After that, there's 2 more videos on Can You See the Words. One is just Steph I just name dropped. Ooh, I just early on name dropped. Yes, damsel's name is Steph, but that's not. Look, that's not apparent right now. So like, shut up. Um. Uh. This. So yeah, one of the videos is damsel explaining stuff, and then the next damsel uploads a video of her with her friend. Who is that friend? It's Jessa, Jeff's girlfriend, and they're talking about fucking Marley and Me or whatever. I don't know, some shit. I don't know. They're going to get sandwiches or something. They're hanging out. They're having fun. It's good to see damsel having fun because on her blog up until this point, she's been pretty lonely. Um, I think before she puts up this little video of her with a friend, she uh, talks about uh, she talks about how it's good, how it's how it's good to have friends, or it's nice to be around people sometimes. But in this little video where she's hanging out with Jesselyn, you'd see someone run by real fast in the background. That person is Evan. That person is Evan. Um, yeah. So, yeah. And I'll give a little update on the Can You See the Words blog. So up until this point, Damsel has just kind of been answering questions on the blog, and she says that she's trying to help people out who are in this situation, but she doesn't want to drag anyone else in, right? And what she means by situation, she means the tall man, the slender man, right? And also she gives some kind of like backstory, a little bit about how her parents are dead, and now she's just alone. So it's nice to see Damsel with friends, right? Now, after that, sorry, the dog just barked and I jumped a little bit. It's fucking stupid. Um, After that, we lead into the video Jokes Over. Ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna go over Jokes Over and then the next two videos after that, which is Jeff and then I'm okay. Okay, so Jokes Over. More stuff has been happening, and the Everyman Hybrid boys be like, "Ayo, this isn't funny anymore," right? Because they still think it's a prank. They're like Jokes Over. They're like Jokes Over because they tried to film a hiking video, and something weird happens. A little Slendy guy appears behind them. They hear big loud siren. Evan, being the brute force man that he is, he pulls his knife out and just straight runs at it, right? Runs into the forest. Jeff and Vinny follow after him, and they don't find the Slender Man, but they do find. Ugh, they do find Evan in the forest, surrounded by a bunch of bags, right? And Evan's laughing. He's laughing all hysterically. He's being strange, right? Just yet another moment of Evan. There's something going on with Evan, right? Jeff cuts open one of the bags and just leaks a bunch of fucking blood. There was like organs in the bag and shit. You know how it'd be. Nasty, 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 nasty shit. And after showing that footage, they said that Jeff just kinda up and left. He said he was looking for something. They called his family, and that's the explanation that they gave. Then they tried to call Jesselyn. Jesselyn didn't pick up. Weird, interesting, right? And they also explained that they both have cameras now, so they're gonna go looking for shit. Next video after that, they're in Jeff's room. They're exploring stuff. They find a hard drive. They find a copy of the book House of Leaves with a part circled in it. It says something about why would God create a dual universe. Then right after that, next video is I'm okay. And Jeff uploads a video where he says that he's fine and that he's looking for something. And yeah. Um, Activity starts up on the Can You See the Words blog where Damsel is asked, like, have you heard from Jesselyn? She's supposedly been missing. Damsel's like, no, but I have class with her on Monday, right? So I'll probably see her there. Ugh. I'm opening up a Dr. Pepper. Goes to class on Monday, doesn't see Jesselyn, starts to freak out a little bit, goes back to her blog. You know. Tweets out at the Everyman Hybrid Boys and is specifically at Jeff. And is like, you gotta find her type shit, right? Damsel wants her friend back. After that, the next Morse code video is uploaded. Dot and slash. Alright. So, like any other Morse code video, a lot of random bits of footage. At one point you get to see a little slutty guy walking in a tree line or something under a light. It's actually really cool footage in my opinion. But the big crux of this video is in the video titled I'm Okay, Jeff talks about finding documents in a house. And in this video, Jeff's at some kind of apartment complex and he's talking to some lady. And he asks about a Dr. Corenthal. And some patients that Dr. Corenthal had. He's talking with some lady, and this lady's like, James hasn't been in practice in many years. And Jeff's like, did he ever have a patient that called themselves Habit? And yeah. Now you guys remember those two names, Dr. Corenthal, Dr. James Corenthal, and Habit. So that's going to be more important a little bit later on. Right after that, the video 78 of 76.avi gets uploaded. And it is the footage that they found on Jeff's hard drive. In this video, it's just kind of footage that we weren't supposed to see taken at the trip to Baldpate Mountain. More weird footage, you know. After that, we get a little update from Jeff. And then right after that, we get reunion. Jeff's back. Jeff's back now. And he has documents to show the boys. And yeah, he found something. He didn't find Jessa. But he did find something. I'm not sure if I stated this before, but yeah, Jessa went missing. And yeah. After that, Jeff's brother Alex starts his own channel. Starts uploading videos. And in one of them, he's fucking around with Jeff. Where one of them, he's fucking around with Jeff where he makes a little Slenderman troll, and then Jeff gets angry and he's like, you just don't get it, Alex. Alright? And now we go into one of the big highlight videos of the series. Cops checked, no body. Cops checked, no body. This is one of the really good videos on the channel, in my opinion. So, starts out, the Everyman Hybrid Boys are going somewhere. Jeff had gotten a postcard that told him to go to the land of Ashen Waste. So, they're looking into that. And they're looking around places because Jesselyn, Jeff's girlfriend, still missing, right? So that's what they're looking for. I pretty much just quoted Jeff exactly from the video. Also, by the way, they're in the video, they're hanging out with their friend Jesse. So a lot of this video is them just kind of driving, and they're explaining their situation, everything that I've explained up until this point, to Jesse. And in the video, They're driving for a while, and then they get to this abandoned location, and this is the location that was on Jeff's postcard. So, you know, they will potentially find more info here. And while searching around this place, they find a girl laying on the ground. And in my opinion, this video has one of the funniest interactions in the series, where Jeff and Vinny, they find it, and Vinny's like, "This is your clue. Go look at it. Go like poke her with a stick or something." And Jeff is like, "I wasn't looking for a body, dude." It's so fucking good, dude. So they go up to the sleeping girl, and they notice cuts on her arm. And then there's a note in her hand. They take the note, and they pan the camera over. And there's this spindly white creature walking on all fours. And that is the Rake. Yet another creepypasta added to the series. It's a very good video. It's a very good video. And then after that, it cuts over to Evan and Jesse's perspective, where they're walking around a different part of this abandoned building. And then you hear Jeff's voice, and he's like, "We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go." And there's another really funny interaction where Jesse and Evan, right when it cuts to their perspective, they're talking about like, "Oh, well, it's Scooby-Doo, you know, the gang is always fine at the end of the mystery," and, you know, funny little joke right there. But right after that, that leads into a video on Alex's channel, Jeff's brother, where his dog's clawing at a door. And the video is titled, "Does Anyone Else's Dog Do This?" And yeah, dog's like clawing at the door, he's scratching at the door, but like the closet door, and the dog seems freaked out. Short little video, not much to go off of, but yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to stop there. This has been part 1 of my Everyman Hybrid rambling series. Well, this has been part 1 of the Slenderverse rambling series in general, but this will be part 1 of my Everyman Hybrid rambling series. I know I've just done a lot of recap this time around. I don't have a lot to say about these early on videos. Everyman Hybrid gets really good a bit later on. But for now, it's just recap. It's still good, it's still intriguing. But I'll have a lot more to say once we get a bit further in. This will be it for now. I will come back with part 2 of this Everyman Hybrid little rambling series very soon. Bro fist. Maha!